All right, there's no doubt about the fact that this promises to be a fiery encounter. I've got Rasesh Mandani joining me on the show and also Nikhil Chopra, former Indian cricketer, here in our studios. But first up, let's go across to Rasesh Mandani. Rasesh, you're there in the thick of the action in Durban. First up, what's the pitch like and what's the weather update? Because is there grass cover on the pitch? That's an important question that both teams will be looking for an answer to. And the weather, because it could play a part as well.
Yes, the weather is good, Siddharth, at the moment. Although it's a little unpredictable here. In fact, one of the reasons South African team is a bit unsure of how the wicket would behave is because it changes drastically. If it could be sunny in one moment and it could change very differently here. Remember, this is an open ground, so in that sense, there's always a swing which takes a bit of a factor. As far as the wicket is concerned, yes, there is a bit of grass cover. You can expect the ball to bounce in these conditions, but this wicket they say has changed a little bit from what it used to be. It doesn't come on as quickly as it used to, and the more important part, the wicket is slightly brown. There is no doubt that both the teams have been speaking to members of both the sides. They believe the wicket will turn at some stage. How quickly that will turn is the big question. It may not be tempting enough for the team to include an extra spinner, but whichever specialist spinners they go in with, that spinner can expect a little bit more zip off the wicket in Durban as expect to the Wanderers. So that should suit the Indians a little bit. I can see the Indian batsmen, the part-timers who can bowl, having an extended run of bowling as well. So India expects the spinners to play bowl quite a few overs on this wicket. There'll be a little bit of tennis ball bounce perhaps at the start, but the spinners will play a part in this test match more than Wanderers, Siddharth.
All right, fair point. And Nikhil, given the figures of Ravichandran Ashwin that he went wicketless, maybe a change there, maybe bring in Pragyan Ojha because he could give you slightly someone who's actually a more wicket-taking sort of bowler, more aggressive bowler.
It won't be such a bad idea because you look at Pragyan Ojha's figures in the last couple of test matches that he's played for India. He's been, one of your top pick bowlers. It's not that you're looking to drop Ashwin. It happens in sport. Sometimes you're not at your best, but also Mahendra Singh Dhoni's probably got to look at the larger picture. You're on the brink of creating history, not only for yourself, where you're looking to win the test series, but also any Asian country who's gone to South Africa. First time, India has got that opportunity of looking to win that test match. So it's not such a bad thing when you want to go out there and pick horses for courses. It's not that overnight Ashwin's become a bad bowler. He's a fantastic cricketer, make no mistake about it. But in sport, when you're not at your best and when you're looking to represent your country as a captain, as a leader, you need to try and make changes, and that's why you become legendary, leaders, and that's when you start creating history. I can understand you'd want to go with reputation over a period of time, but I think at this moment in time, Pragyan Ojha would be a better bet, going with that lone spinner effect.
All right, and let's actually put that question across to Rasesh as well. Rasesh, any news from the team management as to whether they're pondering such a change or not?
Yes, they are, Siddharth. I could see Pragyan Ojha, Ravindra Jadeja, R. Ashwin, all of them having an extended go in the net session. There's perhaps Ojha and more Jadeja than Osha, I think, is in contention. But if you ask me, the sense that I get is that this team management is more inclined towards giving Ashwin another go. They believe he's been the leading spinner for a period of time, and I won't be surprised if he retains his place. But if there is any possibility, it's not too much about the change in combination in terms of inserting an extra spinner. It would either be Ashwin or it would be someone like a Ravindra Jadeja. But if you ask me, perhaps Ashwin is more likely to play than the other two.
And but it's not just the lone spinner that is an issue, because there are some other issues dogging the Indian team ahead of the Durban test as well. And what are those issues? We've put together a story, and after that we'll get updates on the Morne Morkel situation and much more from Rasesh Mandani, and also get Nikhil's incisive analysis.